What's up, guys? This is going to be the first episode on an actual seductive tip. The 18 keys is the first key. So I'm excited. Let's just get right into it, man. The first one is be clear on the values you seek in a woman and what you want from her. This is very important to understand. One of the first things to help you understand like how to let the conversation just flow, why you don't always have to be thinking. Because if you don't have any values and beliefs and whatever that you seek in a woman, that's how you start becoming anti-seductive with changing your perspectives on things just because of what she looks like. It's like if you're clear on what you want from her, you get to go up to a woman, you get to be more confident in talking to her because you feel you're the one that's in control. You feel the woman is unsure of herself or a little bit, even just a little bit, because women kind of are. They have it rougher out there in the seductive world, in the world in general, kind of emotionally. They're more emotional and they have it kind of rougher emotional. So you want to be able to be sure of yourself. That's why they seek that in a man, because world where it's like so much uncertainty and so much guys trying to get at them and this and that. They're like, they want a man that knows who he is, knows what he wants in a woman, knows what he wants out of life in general. So you never want to be uncertain. That's the first point. You don't want to, you want to be sure of yourself and sure of what you want from her. And that's what this point really is, being sure of what you want out of her. When you go up to her, when you're talking to these women, you have to be clear on your expectations and value yourself. So that way, be willing, like I said in the last point, be willing to walk away if they don't meet your criteria. Don't have too strict criteria. I'm gonna get into that, but I mean, if they don't meet your if they're throwing red flags to what they can't throw red flags to you if you don't even know where your boundaries are. So you gotta have your boundaries. So you never want to be uncertain. And uncertainty leads men to going after only the superficial and physical traits. Because they don't know what they seek for in a woman emotionally, or her intellect level, or whatever, anything on the inside. They're just seeking what they can see on the outside. And that's what leads to uncertain. That's what leads to anti-seductive behavior in conversations with women, which they don't want. So having clear values will help you act with no hesitation, because you know what you want, you're sure of yourself, and you don't feel like you have to compromise yourself for this woman, which you shouldn't. You're who you are, and if she meets who you are, obviously what you want to find in a woman should correspond well with who you are. So if you're being yourself, it's obviously going to be easy for her to be herself if she's the type of person you want. So having clear values will help you act with no hesitation. When you hesitate, it shows your uncertainty of yourself and the situation, which is highly anti-seductive. So if you're thinking about what you're doing too much, it's like, why are you thinking so much? Are you not really into this conversation? Are you unsure of yourself? Are you unsure of what are you thinking about, really? Woman, you don't want to give woman time to think about what you're thinking about. She wants you to be there she wants to lose herself in the moment with you. So you have to reciprocate that back. And being clear on the values you seek, you will find the one that you actually want. If you don't have any values, how are you gonna find the girl that you want? That's what I'm telling you. That's where a lot of these problems can be. You can start seeing why a lot of men have relationship problems, why you might have some, why I always had some in the past. It's like, if you're not clear on what you want, you're just out there looking for, you don't even know what you're looking for, and you might pass up on the perfect one, you might go after the wrong one, end up with the wrong one. It's just a lot of unfortunate situations that could come out of not being clear on what you want. So take this as a lesson that's very important, and have answers to the deep questions that she has. So like I said, when you have the answers, when you're so sure of yourself, you have the answers to the questions that she has, it's like, oh my God, you can have the answers to everything, right? Not everybody knows everything, but when you can give a response to everything, that's when it's like, all right, this guy knows what he would do in every situation of his life. He's so sure of himself. He's confident. He has principles, values, beliefs. And at this point, what I would want to clarify, I guess, what a lot of people think is like, oh my God, I have to be this big old fancy hotshot with principles, right? It's like, no, it's just, who are you? And who you are, you want to be with someone that corresponds well with that, and you know what you're after. So just be sure of yourself. That's why some jerks are successful with women, because they're confident in their ability to get women, and they're sure, and when they go after certain insecure woman, this girl is just like, you're into the superficial or whatever, and I am too. So like that's why they click and they bond, right? So that's what I'm saying. All these points come together and have answers to the deep questions that she has, because you just seem like you're sure of yourself. You're on top of your game. When you don't know, it's like, all right, this guy's uncertain. He doesn't know. He's not confident in himself. Show that you won't break the values that you have for anyone. It's very attractive when you're a man of, like I said, principle, when you have a set of beliefs that you won't break. And I'm not saying being hard-headed, things like that, but when you're someone that's just completely sure of his beliefs, his values, his everything, and that you won't break them for anyone or any woman, it's like, she's like, wow, like he's willing, that's what gives the impression that you're willing to walk away from her. That's what helps give that off. Like I'm saying, all these points are coming together, right, man? So when you let them know that you won't break your beliefs and your values, and like I said, don't be too hard-headed. Your belief, it could, let her know that you guys could, she might be able to change your mind about something or anything. But like when you come in with, it shouldn't be to where she changes who you are, like your perspective so wildly that it's like, it's and early, later on when she sees that she's having more of an impact on you or whatever, like I'm going to go over a lot of different things. So all these things will fall together. So, but just show that you're sure of yourself and you won't break those beliefs for anyone. You're willing to walk away from her at any time and go after a woman who has more in common with you or whatever, what you're looking for. Because that's what women want, to be chosen, right? They want to be, like I said, when it comes out of neediness and insecurity, it's like, they'll take any woman that they think is cute. But when you look like someone that, I know exactly what I want, and I'm trying to find it in a woman, are you the right one? That's kind of, when it's like more like that, and it's going the way of more of like, no, you don't want her to feel pressure. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying when she's just thinking, this guy will really walk away from me and go to the next beautiful woman and try her if I'm not the one, then that's the feeling that, you want to give these women. Not like I said, don't want her to be like, feel pressured or anything like that, but when she feels like she can just be herself with you, and if herself is not what matches up with you, that you're able to say, all right, I'm done. The world would be a lot better place, right? If you were just able to say, all right, let's see if we can link. Let's be ourselves. Boom. And then if we don't, just walk away. That would be so efficient, right? But it doesn't work like that, and that's why women are attracted to it, because they feel like, men and women both feel like, I don't even know who I am. They'll have a personality or whatever, but they're like, I don't know if I could be myself because I don't want to give off the bad impression to you. And then so that's why it's just anti-seductive, because both people are unsure of what to do in the situation. But if you could just say, be yourself, this is who I am, I'm not changing for you, and you let her be herself, and if you guys link, awesome, that's the best, right? And if you guys don't, all right, on to the next one. It's that simple. So, and don't be too picky with the woman you want. You can't just be like, I want this woman who looks like a 10. She's very smart. She has big boobs and nice ass or whatever. I want all this, and I want her to have a full-time job, also going to school, working on her master's. Like, you're getting a little unrealistic. And not that these women aren't out there, not that you shouldn't, if you really want that, go after it. But I'm saying, how likely are you to just decide to go out one night and find that kind of woman? You're going to end up a lonely guy probably, right? So don't be too strict on what you want to see in her. It's just like, do you want a girl that's nice and a girl that seems sure of herself and a girl that's smart and, like that's, you can go for that. And then she also has to be pretty. No, I go for traction in the face as well. Let me clear that up. You have to be, for me to find you really attractive, I have to be able to look at you and say, oh, I think you're very cute. But that's it. It used to be like, oh, I just want a girl that's, I think sexy. I would look at girls that were cute and I'd be like, oh yeah, she's cute. Like, but I don't know if I could be with her. But now it's like, I know if you have the personality and the intellect and that we can vibe together, I already know that if I think you're really cute or really pretty, you might be the most beautiful woman ever in my eyes if we link on a personal level. Don't be too picky and go over these points right here. Study them and just, like I said, no, it all comes back to just being clear on who you are and being clear on what you seek in a woman, what you want from her, because you have to be able to be willing to walk away. You're not going to compromise who you are just to get with this woman because of how she looks. That's ridiculous. That's what women, they're out there, right, doing that superficial stuff. They're like, they want you to be attracted to what they look like, but they don't want to see a man just fold who he is because of her. That's ridiculous to them, and it's highly anti-seductive, and that's where a lot of guys mess up. And so yeah, learn from this, study it, and I'll see you guys in the next point.